Before I start this session, I will take 1 or 2 practice doubts. Any practice doubts are there?
Yes, sir, I have.
Tell me, sir. What's your name? Tell me, sir. Okay, next one, please. Can you hear me, team?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I can hear you.
So, sir, yesterday I was creating a general ledger after creating a structure instance.
Okay.
So, in the drop-down menu, I am not able to see my instance there, sir.
Okay, you are using which instance?
The new one, non-reference instance.
Non-refresh instance, right? It could be because of the limitation of the number of structure instance displaying in the drop-down. I think it's displaying top 50, I believe, from the drop-down. Okay, what you can do is to display your structure instance on the top. Try to use number or special characters so that it will display on the top. Let me show you. So what's your structure? Shishir, what is your structure? Can you hear me, team?
Yes, Krishna.
Shishir, what is your structure? I'm not able to hear you.
Yeah, can you hear me now, sir?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Yeah.
What is your structure? Structure name?
Sisir Pratik instance. Structure name is Sisir structure. SHI. Yeah, this one.
This is the one you created, right?
Yeah,
So in
yes.
the drop down, it will display in the alphabetical order.
Yeah,
First,
so
it will display special characters and then numbers. After that, alphabetical orders in a order. So maybe we can let me do one thing. I'm putting 53 before the name. Okay. And then I'm deploying again. Since I made changes, I should deploy again. I think it might take few seconds.
yesterday it took me, sir, 30 minutes to deploy.
You're trying to debug what is the issue. Huh? For this, you take 30 minutes. Huh? So everyone, when he is creating a ledger, he is unable to see his structure instance from this drop-down. Okay. It is because the structure instance is going to display maybe, I think, 50 or 70 structure instances only. Already those structure instances are created in this application. Okay. And also you see here, they're displaying first a special character #1, after that numbers, after that alphabets. Okay. So my suggestion is whenever you are creating your structure instance, start your structure instance with some number. Okay. Understood?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because if you have bring your structure instance on the top means you can also use hash. You see here hash 53, something like that. You can use so that it will display on the top and you are able to select. And it is displaying the structure instances. It is displaying a PQR also. Shishir, your one also it should display actually.
Actually, till R only it is displaying, sir. Studied till R only.
Till R only, yeah. Your one is starting S, right?
Yes, yes.
So after R, it should display yes, but because of this drop-down limitation, it is displaying till R only. That is a problem. Okay. So
Okay.
I have changed the name. I have added some number into your structure instance name. Now you are able to see it, okay, after the deployment.
Okay.
Everyone understood this issue? While creating the ledger in the non-refresh instance, and you can call it as a EHQJ. Okay, team, you can call it as a EHQJ. In the EHQJ instance, he's unable to see his structure instance because his structure instance starts with S, and this dropdown is displaying the value still R only. And his structure instance starts with S. That's what I've suggested is, before his structure instance, I asked to add 53 prefix. And then I started deploying it. Okay, because in this dropdown, first it is displaying the special character, starts with the special character, after that number, after that alphabetical names. Okay, understood everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, now we are working on the product management, and we completed with the first four topics. The first one is life cycle phases. This is to identify the item is in which phase, whether the item is in the design phase or prototype phase, or it's in the production phase. Okay, and this is just for information only. It is not going to control anything. If the item is in the design phase, you are able to do whatever you want, just for our information only, the status. But coming to the item status, so based on the item status, item behavior exists in the application. If the item is active, all the transactions are allowed. If the item is inactive, all the transactions are not allowed if the item is inactive. So you can also create a custom status here. And then coming to item types, what type of items that you are dealing with. So coming to my Tech Lead Site company, I'm dealing with online courses, offline courses, item type. Okay. Suppose if it is a manufacturing company, spare part, accessories, finished goods, semi-finished good equipment, all those are the different types of items the client is dealing with. And then operational attribute group is nothing but here you will find around 279 attributes. So each and every attribute has some significance. Like an example, shippable is an attribute, returnable is an attribute, invoiceable is an attribute, customer ordered is an attribute. Okay, so all those 279, whatever the change that you see, that is used to control the item behavior in the application. So all these configurations we performed from the setup and maintenance. Okay, now the next configuration is item class. So before I create the next configurations, I have to set up all these things in the application. Before that, now my enterprise structure also should be created. Suppose if you open the instance and if you didn't log in, then you'll get this kind of error. It's not application error. Just you reload the page. Okay, so in this application, I have to create my enterprise structure. I will create it quickly here. How much time you people are taking for the enterprise structure creation? Approximately. Approximately how much time?
Half an hour, sir. For me, it took half an hour.
Okay. What about others?
Uh,
1 hour.
15, 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
1 hour, sir.
40 minutes.
Okay.
1 hour, sir.
I'm defining again. Okay. So I will only define the important configurations. And it's again a recap for you. You know, enterprise, it's okay. I don't want to update the existing enterprise, let it be. And coming to the, I will create a legal entity. Locations also, I'll pick up the existing locations. Locations also, I don't create. A reference data set also, I'm going to use common. I will use the common reference data set. So I'm not creating a location. I'm not defining the enterprise. I'm not creating a reference data set also. Directly, I'm creating a legal entity. So before I create a legal entity, I should create a legal address. This legal address also, you know, I will take the existing legal address. Directly, let me create a legal entity. Click on create new. Apply, go to task. Dear, I'm directly creating a new company. Legal entity identifier. Start date, which is optional. And coming to the legal address, I have created a couple of legal addresses. So I'll pick up one. Anything is okay. And payroll and then legal employer. And also coming to payroll, I don't want to run the payroll from this company. I would like to run the payroll from another company. I'm creating it differently. That's it. Okay. In this instance, I created another legal company called TechLeads IT. I'm selecting that. I will run the payroll from this company. Or else, let me enable, I'll run the payroll from the same company itself. PAN number of the company and registration number. Just those. After defining the legal entity, LDZ setup we have to do, because for this company, we enabled payroll checkbox. We enabled payroll checkbox for this company. So we have to do LDZ configuration from the global search. And what is the task name?
Manage enterprise SCM information.
Yeah, manage enterprise HCM information. So this is the task name, manage legal entity HCM information. And I'll open this configuration. So in this instance, I'm searching for the legal entity which I defined previously. And I would wanted to see which LDZ I have attached here. I have attached UAE LDG because this is Indian company actually. We have to attach India LDG, but India LDG payroll setups are not completely created. That's why I just assigned a UAE LDG. So the same LDG I will assign for this legal company also in this application basically. The instance which I'm using, there is a problem with the India LDG. There is a problem with the India LDG. So that's why for the Indian company, what I'm doing, I'm assigning the UAE LDG. Here. Here India LDG there in this application. But I'm using the UAE LDG. It's okay, anything can be selected. It's not a problem for supply chain because it's a payroll setup. Okay, anyway, we don't touch the payroll module, so anything can be selected here, which is gonna work, which has the complete setup. But in your application, see, I'm using a different application, you are using a different application, okay? Which instance I'm using, team?
EKMP test.
I'm using
Refresh.
EK, I'm
Non-refresh.
using EKMK. Okay, this one I'm using. And what is you are using? EHQJ, right? Okay. Why I'm using this one, I'll tell you. Okay, and why it's been given to you, I'll tell you. Okay, give me a second, you'll understand that. Both instances are same version, everything is same. Okay, but why we have given this instance to you, I'll tell you shortly. Now I have assigned the LDZ. Instead of India LDZ for India company, I have assigned UAE LDZ because India LDZ payroll setups are not completely done. That's why I have chosen the UAE LDZ. Okay, just click on the submit button. Sir, how you come to know UAE LDZ is having the full payroll configuration? So it will create a error in the employee creation. So under this company, you'll create a business user, right? Under this company, you'll create a business user. When you're creating an employee, when you're creating a business user, you select this company. At the time, you'll get error. Okay. When you get error, then you have to update the LDZ here, the proper LDZ. Now, after completing the LDZ setup, now what is the next setup, team? Legal entity I created.
Address to
Business.
entity.
So basically, reference data set. Coming to the reference data set, I didn't create it. Why I didn't create it? Because I wanted to use common. Locations also I didn't create it because I created a couple of locations in this application. I would like to take the locations which I have previously created. Okay. Coming to enterprise, it's okay. I mean, if you don't update the enterprise name, that's fine, no problem. That's why I have skipped all this and I directly created the legal entity. Correct? So coming to the legal entity, what I've done, I created legal address. Also, I'm done with the LDZ also. Okay. Now, what is next setup? Ledger. Coming to ledger, currency. Okay.
Currency calendar, CO.
Currency, calendar, and then
Chart
Chart
of
of
chart
account.
of account, and then
SLA.
SLA. So SLA will take the existing SLA, which is
Standard
standard
accrual.
accrual. Okay. Coming to chart of account also, I will take the chart of accounts which previously created by the students. Previously created by the students. Why I'll tell you in this application. Previously created chart of account I'll pick up, and coming to currency, I will use the existing currency, which is INR, which is predefined. Okay, coming to calendar, I'll create a calendar now. Okay. How to create a calendar? You go to financials, and from the financials, I go to financial reporting structure, and here click on manage accounting calendars, and click on the new, enter the calendar name 53K accounting calendar, and start date. I'm creating this calendar from April 1st, and adjustment period. Yes, only one adjustment period at the year end. and click on the next button, automatically the periods will be created for this current financial year. That's nothing but April, May, June, July, August, September, and one adjustment period for this financial year. I'm naming it as adjustment period 24. And so while I'm doing all these things, if you're having any questions, ask my team, okay? While I'm doing all these configurations again, if you're having any questions, ask me, no problem.
Sir, when we'll go to the actual company scenario, then this financial activity like creating calendar, everything will be done by the
Finance.
financial consultant, right?
Yes, yes,
Not
correct.
SCM consultant, right?
Of course.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
I create a calendar. Okay.
Hi, sir. This Vikas here. Just one question here.
Vikas.
So we can also load everything from a Rapid Sheet, right?
Yeah, till the business unit, you're able to load through the rapid implementation.
And it will also create our calendar and everything? Is it? Do we need to create?
Till the business unit. When I say till the BU, when I say till the BU, your ledger, legal entity, locations, reference data set, everything.
And chart of account also, right?
Yeah, everything, man. Before.
Okay. Yeah, right. Got it.
When I say everything, before whatever. Okay. So the purpose of rapid implementation is only for the chart of accounts only. Because in case of chart of account, you have a lot of accounts. On the accounting segment, you have to create a lot of account like cash account, rent account, liability account, salaries account, lot of accounts are there. So manually, it is quite impossible to create. That's where financial consultants are going to use a rapid implementation. Okay. Actually, I have given the video for that. I don't know how many of you have watched that video. Rapid implementation video I have given here. Okay. And which is optional. I mean, if you want, you can try this in the application, but at least for the knowledge, just watch the video. Rapid implementation video, just watch it. If you don't have time, don't try it, not a problem, because it is not our main concept. Okay. Or if you want, you can try. Anything is okay.
Yeah, it's just another question is not related to right now this for a legal, but is how we can migrate our, for example, if we have done some changes on dev environment, if we have done some configuration, all the configuration dev, I just want to migrate all the configuration on.
This I covered because during the classes. I'm not sure.
I will just check it. So I will just check it.
This I covered. Okay, there is a feature called export and import. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Please check the videos. Theoretically only I covered. Okay. In the application practical, I will show later, but theoretical explanation I have given. Okay. Now coming to the calendar, I just created a calendar. This chart of account in this application, in the EKMK, after creating the chart of account, nothing but structure and structure instance. What is the final step that you do? You deploy it, right? After creating the structure and structure instance, you deploy it, right? Here in this application, the deployment is failing. Here in the EKMK application, the structure, nothing but COA, deployment is failing. So if you create a new structure and if you deploy it, it will fail. Why it is failing? Because the students has created a lot of data here. So if I show you the deployment errors, it will simply show there is large metadata actually. It's because of that. So somewhere it will display that message. So because of the large data, nothing but there are too many chart of accounts are created by the application. That's why you are not allowed to create you are able to create a new chart of account, but you're not able to deploy it. That's the reason we provided this instance to you. In this instance, you are able to create your own COA and you are able to deploy successfully also. Understood?
Yes.
Understood why we have given this instance to you? Both instances are same. Okay. But I'm using this instance only ETMK because I don't create new chart of account. What I do is I will use the existing chart of account. Existing whatever previously created, whatever is the previously created, previously deployed successfully, I will use that. Everyone clear? What I'm doing, everyone clear?
Yes.
Yes.
So see in your application again, okay, don't confuse yourself. In your application, you do everything normally, but in this application, I'm not defining COA because deployment is failing for the new COAs. Okay, that's why I will use the previously created COA. Okay. Now I know some names. I'm gonna use that for my ledger. I'll do one thing. I'll open the previous ledger which I have defined. That ledger related. So this is the ledger which I created earlier, and I have used this chart of account. Okay. Let me use this chart of account, and coming to the calendar also, it is actually giving the trouble for the calendar also. I will use the existing calendar itself. I mistakenly defined new one, but calendar also it is having some issues. So calendar and then chart of account, I will use the previously created ones. Click on new. I'm creating our ledger. Coming to the chart of account, did I created my own chart of account? No, right? What is the plan? The plan to take this one. Okay, let's see whether it will display in the drop down or not. Because there are a lot of chart of accounts are created starting with hash. Now the 001, what is the name exactly? 001 India instance COA. 001 India instance COA. Yeah, I'm able to see it. This is the one, right? 001 India instance COA. Okay. Why I'm taking the existing one? Because this is created and deployed successfully in this application. Okay. If I create a new one, deployment will fail. Don't take me wrong. I'm repeating many times because students are not able to understand in one time. That's why I'm repeating multiple times. Because I'm getting the same questions after completion of the class also. And the same questions are asked to the Padma also. That's why I'm repeating many times. I'm giving a lot of clarity. Okay. Calendar also, coming to this calendar also, you see my calendar is displaying. I created with 53, right? Is it displaying? Why it is not displaying, team? Why my calendar is not displaying?
Too many calendar already.
Yeah,
created.
too many already created, okay, with the hash and special numbers and all, okay. So that is the reason I'm not able to see, but the previously created 001 calendar, I'm able to see. Let me see. Let me check. 001 calendar, yeah, not underscore. Yeah, it's underscore only. I'm able to see. Okay.
Krishna,
So-
but
Hmm.
so many calendars created, so why is it not possible to see like what we are creating? Like,
It's a product design. Okay. In this field, you are able to see only 50 or
okay,
it's a product
okay,
design. This is drop down. Okay. In real time, you won't create these many chart of accounts. In real
okay,
time,
okay.
you won't create maybe max you maybe if you create a 10. Okay, but here too many are being created because students
Mm-hmm.
are practicing multiple times and they create multiple chart of accounts also. Okay, let us take if people are practicing twice, that means 50 members are there in this batch. 50 into 2, 100 chart of accounts.
100.
That is a problem. Okay, that's why we have all these workarounds. Now, what I've done, you see, when I'm creating a ledger, I picked everything the already created. Okay, it's not predefined. It's not predefined. When I say predefined, it comes with the application. The previously created ones I'm taking. Chart of accounts, I have taken the previously created, and then accounting calendar and the currency is a predefined. Accounting method is predefined. These two are predefined. Nothing but seeded. But the first two are the previously created setups. Okay. After defining you get this error. Now, once you save and close, you get this error, but it's a warning message only. You keep on pushing it to save. You keep on pushing it to save. Okay, it got saved successfully. After that, ledger options I should finish for my ledger. Now, by default, it is selected 52. I will select the 53 ledger. For 53 ledger, I am gonna define the return earnings account. What is return earnings account? Basically, the return earnings account is a balance that is brought from old system to the Fusion application. It's a balance that brought from the old system to the Fusion application. That's a return earnings account. In the ledger options, just enter the journal language, enter the return earnings account. That's it. And after that, we have to assign the legal company, right? So for our ledger, we have to assign the legal company. Switch to Alt-S and click on assign legal entities. For your ledger, assign the legal company. Okay, the legal company starts with 53K. Click on apply and done. Okay, so to my ledger, I have assigned a legal company. Just save and close. And after that, what? We are done with the ledger. After that, business unit. After that, BU functions. After that, BU functions. After that, item master op. And then inventory op. After that, sub inventories. And locators is optional. Okay, I don't want my sub inventories to be locator controlled. So I'll just create a normal sub inventories only. I don't create locator control sub inventories. Okay. Now let me create a business unit. If I go to organization structure, click on manage business unit. Generally, business unit created one for every country and one for line of business. And reference data set, I'm assigning the common reference data set. And save and close. And after that, functions. I will set up the business functions, but it's selected to 52K. I'll change from 52 to 53. 53 BU because we just created 53 BU. I'm selecting that. So for that BU, I would like to configure the business functions. And here attach the ledger. Attach the ledger. But here our ledger, it won't display. Oh, it is displaying now. But we missed one setup to the ledger. What is that? Do you remember what we missed? This one. This program you need to submit. After completion of this program, you have to verify your ledger is in the green color or not. Right? This program I forgot to submit. Let me submit this program. Let me submit this program and it will run in the background. If you can verify that in the scheduled process if you want, but you can wait for a few minutes. After that, if you open your ledger should display in the green color tick mark. Right now it is in process. So just wait for 2-3 minutes. After that, it will show up in the green color tick mark. I forgot this setup. Okay, see here. It's completed. Now let's configure the BU function. Suppose if you face any issues, just cross verify whether you forgot any setup or not. Just cross verify again. For the first time practice, I know it is tough. Not only this, if anything, if you are practicing for the first time, it is not easy. It will take time. Okay. So I have assigned a ledger and legal company to my BU. And coming to the functions, I will enable the material management is for the inventory, material management, and then requisition, and after that procurement, and receiving, and procurement contracts. And if you want to enable everything, you enable everything, but I'm enabling only the required business functions for the supply chain and procurement. If you enable everything also, not a problem when you're practicing. Okay. That is enough. Requisition, purchase order, receiving, and procurement contract management. It's okay, fine. And enable this checkbox also. Why we have to enable this checkbox, I will cover in the coming classes. Ignore this warning message, proceed to save. So we are done with the BU also. Now we have to create, what is the next item master org, right?
Yes.
Yes. I am.
Item master ordination. Now I switch to procurement because item master ordination, it is not in the financials. It's not displaying in the financials offering. So let's switch to procurement. And also, I'll take that question. I'll answer that later. In the procurement, if we go to ordination structure, you see item master ordination. And I'm creating item master org. 53K item master org. 53K MST. No spaces. Enter the BU here. And I'm selecting the legal company. And coming to address, since this is a logical org, it's not a physical entity. If it's not a physical entity, there is no location. Okay, location need not to enter. And if I click on the next, itself is the master org. So enter itself as the master organization and starting revision 0. It's okay. And then save it. After that, calendar, inventory calendar. Okay. Now I don't create inventory calendar. I will take the previously created calendar. I will directly go with inventory org creation. I'm creating an inventory org. Short code 53H. And this inventory org, this plant is belongs to which BU? India BU. This ledger and then this company. Okay, and coming to the location, did I create a location? No, I didn't.
No.
I will take some location randomly from the drop down. Some location, it's not a problem. Just select some location. I'll do one thing. I created some locations for the previous batch, 52 batch. I'm taking that location. It's a Hyderabad location. Okay, now I have a question to all of you. I have taken only procurement and supply chain management license only. I have not taken financials license. I have not taken financials license. But if you have not taken financial license, you have to create a ledger and legal entity, right? Without adding ledger and legal entity, you're able to create inventory or?
No.
No. So ledger and legal entity is a common setup. Ledger and legal entity is a common setup. You can create if you don't have a license on the financial module also. So common setups you can create, you can use. Okay.
Okay.
If I click on the next, what is a master ordination? Enter the master org. Item grouping behavior definition ordination. Coming to calendar, did I create it? No. I will take the previous batch calendar. The previous batch, what I've used, maybe I used this one. Okay, and time zone. locator controlled, determine that, yeah, I'm gonna use locators under my org. That's why I'm changing from no locator control to locator control that determined at sub-inventory level. It's not a manufacturing plant. Coming to the next 3 tabs, I'm not defining anything. Just click on save and close. And I'm going to create one more org. That's Bangalore. Minimum 2 organizations you create for your practice. 53 KB. And it reports to the same BU, same company. Coming to location, I'll pick up some Bangalore location from the drop down. Since it is a Bangalore org, select some Bangalore location. And under the general tab, what is a master org? Item grouping behavior, I'm selecting definition of nation. And the calendar, I'm taking the calendar which I have already created in the previous batch to save our class time. And the time zone, Kolkata, locator control. Yeah, I don't want to use locators for this org. So let it be no locator control only. And that's it. Okay, click on save and close. After that, sub-inventory creation. Sub-inventories we are creating from which module? Inventory. Inventory is under which offering? Under manufacturing and supply chain material management. Under this offering, totally 3 modules are there. Inventory is there. You see inventory here. Inventory setups you can perform from here. Not only inventory, you can also perform the manufacturing setups here and then costing setups. So manufacturing, costing, inventory, those 3 are available under this offering. Okay. And from the inventory is actually a common module. So if you take license for the procurement, you can use inventory. It's a common module. Okay. And coming to the costing also common module only. For costing also license not required. For costing also I checked with Oracle. For costing license is not required. If you have taken license for order management or procurement, that is enough. You can use inventory and you can use costing. Okay. From the inventory management, I go to manage sub-inventories and locate as task. And I want to create my sub-inventories under which organization? Under Hyderabad org. So click on OK. And I'll just create sub-inventories like this. Stores. And RM. And FG finished good. Okay. That's it. I created 3 sub-inventories under Hyderabad org. All are non-locator control. All are locator control, none, not a locator control. I would like to just create one under Bangalore. I'm changing the org. I'm selecting the Bangalore. I'm selecting the Bangalore. Under the Bangalore org, I'll just create one sub-inventory called freezer. Freezer, okay. Save and close. That's it. So I'm done with the enterprise structure now. Okay, so once you do the practice multiple times, then you'll understand which setup is required and which setup you can ignore. That you'll automatically understand. Okay, I define my company structure in this application, which is EKMK. Okay, same you can do it in the EH. Okay. Now, hope you remember. I think in one of this session, I have paused the recording. I have explained. I've shown the entities from my client application till ledger.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I will show you the after the ledger item master ordination, inventory ordination, sub-inventories locators. I'll show you now. Okay. I'm pausing the recording. I'll open my client application. Okay. Whatever I'm teaching is real time only. Okay. Only difference is here we are assuming entities and we are creating, but in real time, no assumption. Everything should be asked and documented and then configure the application accordingly. That's it. That's the difference. So there you have a client. You work based on the input provided by the client. You have to ask and take the input or take the data and create in the application. Only that is the difference. Okay. How to take the data also have shown you. I mean, just you can take the Excel and then in that Excel template, you send it to the client and then client is going to give you the data. Or else, if you're traveling to the on-site location, you can sit beside to the client, in front of the client itself, you create everything. So he's going to tell you, you enter it, that's it. Okay, that can be also done. When you're going to the client location, sit beside to the client and then show your screen, connect your screen to the projector and then define everything in front of them. Okay, later you prepare a configuration document. You define directly in the application and you prepare a document later. Okay. So if any changes the client is expecting, perform the changes in the application. Whatever the changes that you have done in the application, update your document also accordingly. That's the process. Okay, it's 7:58. Okay, so again, I have recapped the basics one. And one last thing is, what about the business user for our company? What about business user for our company? We have to define, right? We have to define a business user for our company. Because we have an implementation team, that implementation team is going to perform the setups, but we need at least one business user to perform the transactions. Because later I have to show you sales order, purchase order, that should be created by whom? Business user. At least one business user we have to create for our company, for our practice purpose. Okay. So I'll do one thing. I'll use the shorter version of the screen to create employee quickly. Shorter version of the screen. Main is users. I'm clicking on main is users. I'm defining a new user and the name. And then email ID, a lot of email IDs I required. Okay. I'll just enter some dummy email ID. Okay, it's fine. I don't have that many email IDs. Always I have to use the unique
Krishna,
email ID here.
one question.
Uh,
On this no user account selected, what is the
it
use?
will be automatically created. The user account is automatically created. And if you open the screen again, you'll see the username. I'll show you it. Okay.
Okay.
Username you don't enter, it will be created automatically. When you're defining an employee, automatically user account will be created. Okay, I'll show you. Now, did I enter department? No. Did I enter job? No. Did I enter manager? All those are optional. Okay, not required. I'm just entering only the mandatory fields. Okay, that's legal company and then BU. I'm hiring this employee under this company under this BU. Okay. And click on save and close. System will automatically create a login details also, nothing but user account. Click on save and close. Okay, reopen the employee. When I say employee, business user, both are same. When you reopen, you should be able to see the, okay, user not created. Huh? User not created it because of, it's because of what?
Disable the option.
Yeah, disable the option of user creation. Okay. That is the reason the user is not created. Students are really lazy. After you practice something, you should revert it back, right? After you disturb something, you have to revert it back, right? No, they don't do. They don't do. Why? I should have verified this setup before I create an employee. This one is enough, but somebody selected everything none. I'm also correcting that. Role provision, automatically role assignment. The first one is fine. Okay, if you enable first one to both party and person and party use is fine. But I'm correcting the next two also. They are related to some other topics. That's why I enable the rest two also. Be responsible, everyone. Okay, when you update something and if you're disturbing something in the application, after your practice, please correct it again. Please correct it again. I go to the employee setup again. I go to the employee setup. And this is the employee which I defined. And it's not created the user name. It's blank because of that issue. I would like to use the same name. Let's say I'm renaming this employee name to something. I'm creating employee again. If I create an employee, will it consume license? If I create a
No.
business user, will it consume license?
No.
No, no.
It won't. It won't consume the license. If you add a role, according to the role, the license is, according to the privileges under that role, the license is consumed.
Yes.
See, system has created a username. What is the username here? 53k shankar@gmail.com. Why email ID has become the username? Oh, sorry.
Selected in the policy probably.
Okay. Why the email ID is the username?
User
User-
category we have
In
selected
the
that.
category, we have selected that.
Yeah, which category?
Default.
It
Default.
is
Default. The username generation for the employee
yeah.
based on the default category.
Okay.
Under tools and security console. So here, if you go to user categories, there's a lot of categories created by the students. Where is the default? Let me decrease the browser size. Click on load more. And, If you see it, let me know. Again, I'm loading more. This is the one, the default one. So here, what is the username generation team? The
Email.
email ID. That's why the business user, whatever we created, it got the email ID as the username. Okay. So this is the business user, right? To this business user, did you assign an application implementation consultant role? Will you assign that role?
Business user, no.
No.
For business user, do you assign application implementation consultant role? No, we
No.
should not. We should not assign. I will just assign the employee role and execute. Okay, I've just assigned the employee role. That's it.
One question here.
Tell me, sir.
While creating like this, right, this business user, for me, the employee abstract role has automatically added instead of before I add that.
Okay.
Why it is so, like, I just want to know.
Did you attended the previous session?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Like
Others? Okay, Rahim, I understood. Others, it's a repeated question, right?
Yes.
Everyone understood the question?
No, sir.
Yes, yes.
What is saying? Automatically employee role is added. So when we open user, we see the employee role is automatically added. Why? What is the reason, team?
Auto provision roles.
What is the reason? Auto provisional rules.
And it's business user, right? So not, not, yeah.
It's because of the auto provision rule setup.
Yeah.
auto provision, like we will be adding that, right, before that only, before giving the auto.
Maybe somebody created some rule already before you create an employee because of that, and it has filed for your employee. Okay. So somebody created already auto provision rule, and you can also see here. Okay, when you open the user, when you see some role, if auto provision is yes here, that means that role is automatically assigned. You can see here what is your employee. Open that user. Again, is that role, you should be able to see auto provision as yes. Okay.
Yes.
You can check that. Okay, now I think do you have any other practice doubts, team, before I review your practice status?
Yes, I have one doubt, the practice doubts.
Which practice, sir? Which
Sir,
batch
in the-
practice?
52 batches, sister. That's the reason I'm silent.
Okay. Just give me a
Thanks, sir.
moment. I'll take
Sure.
that question.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Okay.
Business unit I got.
Okay, every one of you, I would like to capture the attendance. Okay, I'm sharing the attendance link to all of you. Click on that link. Click on that link, enter your name and enter your batch number. And just select S here. Enter your full name. Hariprasad, not HP. Okay. Enter the full name, team. Enter full name and you select your batch number, 50th or 7 a.m. and then attendance, yes. Okay, I'll track from here. And also bookmark this link. Bookmark this link and upload your attendance. And every day, mark your attendance. Every day, mark your attendance. The moment you join the session, mark your attendance. Let me see how many attendance I received. Bookmark that link, team. Okay, I received attendance from Vishnu, Neeraja, Apurva. Okay, I'm gonna track it here. Your attendance. See here how I'm tracking. I will send this report to your kids. Attendance progress reports. Okay, you are asking your your kids about the homework, right? Whether they completed or not. What about you? I received response from 31. What happened to other 9 members? Do it, okay? Do it, I'll verify. Ganesh, go ahead. Go ahead with your question, Ganesh.
Yes, Krishna. I sent out mail, Krishna, and while after creating the business entity, you're associating the function, Krishna. I'm not finding my legal entity and there actually. The screenshot also I shared with you in
Okay,
the
so-
63. Yeah.
Okay, Ganesh.
Yeah.
Check that.
Double S, Krishna.
Double S, huh?
Yes, yes, Krishna.
Ganesh, Veerappan. Dev 64.
Yes, sir.
Not. You're when you're defining the business functions, you're not able to select the ledger, right?
Correct. You're correct.
I think your ledger setup is incomplete. Did you submitted that
Yes.
review and complete?
Yes, Krishna. I submitted. That is, I got a green that check mark on the
Okay.
tick mark also.
Okay, I'll check it.
Even the first issue. Okay, yeah, that is also. After ledger creation, we can't change anything, Krishna, like I edit or update something.
You're not able to change chart of
Ah.
account. You're not able to do that after ledger is
Okay.
created.
That's the reason, because once the currency I'm getting the defect, I don't know. Okay.
So I received attendance from 34. What happened to others? They just connected. They are doing their work, huh? They're away from the system, maybe. One more attendance. Your batch enrollments are 51. 51, at least 40 members attendance daily, I'm expecting. And older students, nothing but previous batch students, don't mark your attendance, okay? Don't mark your attendance because I wanted to track how many students are attending from 53 batch. So those who are from the previous batches, don't mark your attendance, okay?
Sure, Krishna.
Okay.
అంటే చిన్నపిల్లలు స్కూల్లో ఉండి రోజు అటెండ్ అవ్వండి క్లాసులకి ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి చదవండి గంట పడతా ఉండాలి తెలుగు వచ్చా కొంతమంది కన్నా
Krishna.
Yes, sir.
ఆల్మోస్ట్ అంతా తెలుగు వాళ్ళే ఉంటారు సార్.
రోజు మిమ్మల్ని రోజు పుష్ చేయాల మొబైల్స్ వాడద్దు క్లాసులో ప్రాపర్గా కూర్చోండి పనుకొని అటెండ్ అవుద్ది క్లాసులో పనుకొని అటెండ్ అవుతుంది స్టైల్గా అప్పుడు వీడియో అనేది సడన్గా 1 second. No, it's not okay. Team, it seems to be my auto driver is not coming today. I have to drop my kid at the school. Okay. I'm closing the session and announcement is tomorrow I'm not taking the class. Okay. And again, next class is on Monday. Utilize the time. Utilize the time. Don't relax yourself. I'm giving time for practice, not for relaxation. Okay. I'll see you on Monday again. Ganesh, I'll check your issue in your, I mean to say, next batch. Okay. Anyway, you're connecting 50-second,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, Krishna. Thanks, Krishna.
I'll keep this meeting open. Can you please inform the 50-second batch students I'll be back in. I'll be back by 8:30. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I will inform.
Can you please ask them to wait? Yeah. I'll
Definitely.
drop my kid at the school and I'll come back then.